As you're stolen, as I said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings? Perhaps this is a memory of an altogether different world. Oh, that might be true. It would be prudent to learn more of it then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in the sand. Maybe it's gonna be another star that was gone as well. Maybe. This also reminds me of the world of darkness in Kingdom Hearts. Just vast emptiness. If you were worried about my vision, you needn't be. I can see quite well. Another seemingly barren world. For mercy, the air is nowhere as near as stale, but it's still quite dry. And the sand will no doubt prove bothersome in due time. If not for the light emitted by these glyphs, I might well have overlooked this monolith. Sand everywhere. Were it not for the violent crystal embedded in the surface, it would appear as an ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew in written word entirely. The written word. So we may assume this is a work of another race. One we have yet to encounter. Really? Meteon claimed that the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. True. I wonder. What do you suppose that is over there? I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. I see an ether current right there, so let's get that first. Wow. Also, I realized this. I feel like I actually thought this might be like we're very close to the end, but we are not. I feel like we are not that close at all. There's still more to be done. More stuff to even see. You're a cute little guy. Hail, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Ah, forgive me. I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting with those who one is unacquainted. Huh? When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, Ea, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkud. Okay. Yes, Kofkud of the Ea. You have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via medium of ether, or dynamis, as this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive, yes? That is well, but there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we Iya are ether-based lifeforms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies of a comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 180,712,180,827. What? 198,712,180,827. Oh, okay. Okay. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed in our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for the sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms... Why? To bring an end to our existence, of course. What? Though need is perhaps too strong a word. It would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through the use of etheric exsanguinators. By such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence of one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of your ability. Such an exchange of the information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you into our home. Yes, this abode of the Iya, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans? In which case, your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Iya wandering in the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me... Okay. This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, you will find ourselves no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Oh god, imagine Y'shtola dying, or like doing the same sacrifice as Thancred and Estinian. I'm not ready, bro. Said there would be others, but I don't know what I was expecting. Something tells me we have different definitions of the word abode. I should not be surprised their concept of a village is so different from ours. And yet... More violent colored crystals. I cannot place my finger on it. There's something unsettling about them. The Isle of Dragons was shrouded in silence of the dead. Yet the stillness here doth suggest the Ia are, by and large, merely sleeping? Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domiciles. Though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing as unclear. I speak, of course, the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable, given your infinite nature. We have no desire to pursue our search, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by a sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I present you for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. Okay. Cast your thoughts toward a crystalline domicile, but there's no response. Okay. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray, a moment, if you would. Why seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment. I must remember... What form did I take when I last emerged? Strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into a silence. Oh. Oh no. Okay. The music's so calming. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated ether now. Worry not. There are no others who have in need of those lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few Ia have awakened. Ah, there they are. Ooh, more of them. May I introduce you to La Lac, Dudik, and Nanid. It has been too long, Kopdug. I dare say Saturn 4th has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I had noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who suggests to tell who is speaking? Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the diversions they afford, may have such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kupkud, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That is, one is expected to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form. Ah, yes. So long has it been, it had completely escaped my mind. And still it does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Oh my god. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Naneed. The archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you can recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. Oh my god. That's right! We duly invite you to join us in a communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have the chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent! If you would care to follow, we shall feast you onto the purest ether. Okay! Are we just gonna eat? This facility is where we replenish our ether. There's no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Oh my god. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. Please absorb as much as you like. There's a big boy right here. A big boy! More of a ritual. Alright. Stand here. You brace yourself with a rush of sweet, sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I had suspected. As meticulously as one might recreate the ES home world, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence. Much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarant. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it. As a deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. Yeah. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regrettably could not partake in your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder. Wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the Eon yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicate themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we could eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exists a myriad hindrances to progress. But the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limits of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came to being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could achieve this, we believe we could be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms. Their lives readily ended. Though, as those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? Blah 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 blah. What thinkest thou? We had deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are to resolve to know it, we will disclose you the truth we have discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside of bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. I am worried about Ysayeau. I think she's going to sacrifice herself. I think she is going to sacrifice herself. You saw it too. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to its indolent end. Okay. Oh my god. Ere we join the Ia, there's one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Nemu, Rahatia, I trouble for your assistance. But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode, if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Urianger, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go ahead to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. I am worried. I am worried. Very, 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 very worried. Spring. And a sizable one at that. I hadn't noticed it amidst the dunes. Aye. This place shall serve. Is it the spring you wish to investigate? Pray, forgive me, my friends. But there is naught to investigate. I knew it. What do you have in mind? 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we have established, here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, yet they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? I think she made contact to them. She did have her sisters go around other worlds, right? So it would make sense. Of course. She must have visited the stars of the dragons in the Ia before either race perished in their entirety. Yes, exactly. Thus she could make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra than she had relied on any historical account. So too did I theorize, and Upon that assumption, consider how those two races may have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Meteon perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own. A heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an entelechy. In the course of her starfaring journey, she encountered beings. If she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence, she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesses the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteon did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons in the Ea unto their doom. Oh shit. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to recreate a terminus, however, the fervent desire for an end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find a way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? Ne'er again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make unto my comrades. In bringing thee to my confidence, I would remain true to my word. Oh. As for thee, let us consider in my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask how that thou returnest the favor, and abide in faith as I fulfill mine own destiny. If you say my debt has come true, how am I to refuse? Oh. 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all we've been through, I will only say this. Do what you must. Do what you must and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado, let us go to join our comrades. I'm not ready. I'm not fucking ready. Let's be off to Legia. I am not freaking ready.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
Jesus Christ.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter onto an eternal ice age.
Oh God.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture.
It's a graveyard!
Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the Aya. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
She's gonna do it. We have to let this happen.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you. And we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Fucking hell, man. No.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back.
Oh, fuck. Because we have...
But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic.
God damn it.
We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee.
No!
As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Riange.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality.
Fuck.
Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
Fuck. Damn it.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
I'm starting to dislike you, little freaking Black Sparrow.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn. Alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Aetheris.
No, we don't ask for that, thanks.
To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Fuck. Fuck. Fine, Nema. Like I said, our quest isn't in here. Never have I felt such emptiness. It's as if a part of me is gone. Ugh. Fuck. What am I supposed to do? Do I keep going? Fuck it, let's do it! Are you all ready to continue on? Then let us make for where the light shone. Stola and Urianger have opened their way for us. Then soon it's gonna be Grahatia! I'm not ready, bro! I'm not ready. We all know it. It'll be Grahatia next. And it'll just be the twins and me. Fuck. You know what I said about the twins sacrificing themselves? I'm really scared if the thing I thought about in FF4 might be true. It's not a matter of EA device. If our friends awakened it, it then should be safe to use. Judging by the direction, it should be the place. Yes, I can feel it. The ether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is the portal, and no mistake. Let us see where it leads. Portal wisdom. Fitting. Omega? 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 Omega shit? Omega? What? Is it? I can't tell, bro. Oh, I have to wait for them. Amazing. Yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrived? Not the most welcoming of places, is it? We must try to find denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should also we should also get the lay of the land, see how far we can go. I'll help Avathno with that. In the meantime, you and Graha can search for friendlier folk. Apart from the hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are like, best take care of yourselves. We'll find you once we finished exploring. Okay. Okay. Alright, Grahatia. It's just us. I expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of this isle, so I suppose we should search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there. Sentinels, in all likelihood. Like those you encountered, they will most certainly attack any who venture too close. So let us avoid them, and look for others that appear more approachable. Oh, okay. See naught but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined to be to non-violent intercourse. Okay. Oh. More here. aetheryte kind of looks like stuff you see in constellations. Maybe that is just me thinking that. Robots. Look, Nemu. The machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for denizens of this star. This unknown life forms detected. Assigning a generic label. Interplanetary travelers. Greetings and welcome to the planet. Bleep bloop! The planet... What? Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name of our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called Omicrons. Ah! Omicrons! And you stand within one of our outposts. Omicrons, you say? And what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. Is this where... Oh my god, this has to be where Omega resides before coming to Midgar Sommer's planet. It has to be, right? As we presently do not have a designated target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody or be terminated. Not a little frightening, these Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I will see what else I can learn from this fellow. If you could try speaking with the others. I mean, sure. Measuring combat capability. Result. Negligible. Subject falls outside targeting parameters. Greetings, traveler. We are the Omicrons, and our subjective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the home world of the beings whose strength was said to... Oh, it is! Was said to be without parallel, the dragons. It is way before they come... Oh my god. Oh wait, they already succeeded. Oh, okay. That's... Yet though their endeavor yielded a wealth of combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. A subsequent costing determined that the losses incurred exceeded the gains. Yeah, they already did it. Wow, what the fuck? I will punch you! Freaking robots. But wow. Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware of malfunctioning units. We do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. For the avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma 1. Sir issues instructions as to our forces as the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices that bear the designated stigma. Can you imagine not doing the Omega quests and not knowing how this is related to it? Beep bloop. Autonomous weapon deployment complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munition levels satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment omnimal. Omnimal. Awaiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. Okay. Okay. You learned a few things? So did I. Ere we share our findings, however, I believe it's best to step outside the outposts. Come with me. Ah, there you are. We finished surveying the area. This will come as no surprise. there was no way forward. There were portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. And as before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? So the Omicron seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue new commands. And so they wait. Yep. Yep. In such a place, who could it be that fits Urianger's description? A soul worse, whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. Urianger said this? During our investigation, before we joined you in Elegia. So that's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it to all of us? I feel like he feels like we couldn't stop him. We could try to stop him, but given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons and the Ia longed for death, the Omicrons longed for conflict. As much as they may lead to destruction, it must be considered that a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to MO32, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there's a console by which we might communicate with it, okay? MO32 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What say you? So, the console we seek lies on the far side of this isle. Given the nature of the ground, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let us all watch our step as we make our way. Ay. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? Okay. Try touching, smacking, and attuning with the console. There's no response. No luck, I see. There must always be a way to activate it. There must be a way to activate it.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough, but if we can't even activate it...
Perhaps there is a way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, The most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega.
Yes. Yes.
Sid built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
That's so funny. Sure, go ahead. Or I could use my custom-made Omega Jammer.
You still have it! Sid and Nero's legendary device which brought low the superweapon Omega. Wait, the actual device was much too big to lug around, so you must only have the control module. And there I was getting all excited. Never mind. An old-fashioned spell will suffice.
It worked!
Oh, oh my god, the music! The music! The music! Ah! Ah! The eye!
Transmission. Strategic Matrix Sigma 1 now online. As the primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
No. No, no, no.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Damn. Let us focus our search on the outposts. Alizé and I will try speaking with the Omicrons this time, in the hopes we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Graha could observe them from a distance. These beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, then let us begin at once. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Okay. No, leave me alone, please. 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 I see. Very smart. A little mini game. Omicron is speaking with Alphano, though you can't hear the conversation, all appears otherwise normal. Oh. What is that? Especially the level one at that. Perhaps it snuck aboard on Ragnarok. But however it came to be here, it doesn't seem to please. Okay. It's weird. Find an Omicron behaving suspiciously. They look normal. Oh. Omicron wanders about ceaselessly as if lacking clear objective. Oh, I guess I found one. I found one! An Omicron wandering aimlessly? Where? Aha! I see it! It's left the base. Let's follow it. Let's find it. Let's get it. It's not here, but it definitely came this way. We must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. No, please. I beg. Just want to do quest. Psst. What is your query? Ah, you found it. What are you doing here? I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. Oh, to keep it sustainable. To go such lengths to sustain it. Is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves, like we did countless others. We conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of the dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way? And to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So, it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply a malfunctioning Omicron. These are by no means uncommon. But it may also be a unit possessed of the ability to make decisions. One not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. To endeavor to live even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Nemu. One day, when this adventure becomes a part of your epic, do you think I will be mentioned in it? Oh. Yeah. Of course. Oh my god. What kind of answer is that? Of course, why wouldn't you be? You truly think so? That would be Nay, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we had best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of emotion which bars our way. I'm scared. Hello, world! Ah! Oh no! Oh god. We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. Oh my god. I've given them a short of it. If you would care to provide a full account. Okay. Graha says you found a suspicious Omicron. That's good, because the units here were of no help. They had all the same thing to say about the extended operations unit, that there was no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. But enough about us. Tell me what you learned something more useful. An Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. This unit may well be in the position of leadership. Perhaps even one of those that compromised Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question's motive, if Sir, for example, wishes to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. The problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what happened. When I attempted to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger. Much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest that it has a connection to Sir. An inspired idea. I dare say it is worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time, you must allow me to do the honors. I will stand guard in case the incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part, then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. Okay? During which time, Nemu, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behavior. Okay? Okay. I should mention that shortly before you return, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed off towards the console. At first, I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps... that could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. All right, Alphino and I will stand by at the console. And when it's time, I'll unleash the veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend. Let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. You are the one that was observing the tree, are you not? Full glad am I to find you again. I have a question for you, you see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided it does not necessitate the disclosure of restricted information, very well. Ah, okay. Okay. The fuck? An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostic. Error confirmed. My connection to the central command is suffering from an intermittent failures. Oh no. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance. It is to confront the truth. While we spoke, our command struck the console used to communicate with Sir. That is the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact I do not know. But before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well. Our friends are at the console. Let's head there. Man. All right.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. This body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies.
Oh.
Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
Jesus.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent.
Oh my god!
No path to offer them. None.
They were still, oh my god! They have nothing! They are waiting to die!
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can
Oh
I
my
dream.
god.
The vital spark is lost.
So he is just having his own people to wait and to die. There's nothing. Oh my god.
Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
Don't do this.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair.
No! Don't do this, please!
The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them, I want you to make me a promise.
Oh god.
Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
This is like the fucking thing. Oh god. Can't. It hurted. It hurt too much, bro. Hurt too much.
Forcing you through this again is the last thing I want, and I'm sorry. But we've never broken a promise to each other. So I ask that you have faith in us, and hear my request. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you.
Oh my god.
Properly.
Oh god. I had to.
We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will.
Well. Okay. I'll let you go.
If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before?
Oh god, this song!
Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot.
Oh.
We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
Take it. Please. Gone. Just like that. Fuck. Oh. Those are his crystals.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Oh, this song. They all leave so easily, as if it's nothing. How do you think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give them such a flick. And that'll be just a start.